Hey everybody, it's Dr. H, ready to talk to you about your Friday assignment. Feels weird saying Friday when every day sort of seems both like Friday and not Friday, or both like Saturday and not Friday. I know some of you have been working really hard on getting these assignments done, and I appreciate it. It is super important for you guys to stay on top of your classwork. So when we get back to school, at whatever point that is, that we're ready to go and your brains are still feeling active. All right, so make sure you have your pencil and your paper. If you don't, pause this, come back to it. Now that we're ready, I'm going to tell you just a review of what you'll be doing. And then I'm going to work out a couple problems with you in case you have forgotten how to work with decimals. So the first thing they're going to be working on is adding decimals. The next thing you're going to be doing is subtracting decimals. And with subtracting decimals with these problems, the answers are on the bottom. So if you come up with an answer and you don't see it on the bottom, you did something wrong. And then we're going to work on estimating and solving, or estimating and answering a question. All right. If you're not going to watch the rest of the video where I work out a couple problems with you, the one thing I do want to remind you is when you add and subtract decimals, you bring the decimal straight down once you align your problem. So make sure that you're aligning the problem properly, which I'm going to do here in just a second. So, for example, if you have a problem where you've got a decimal before, you might have 2 and 6/100ths, and then you might have plus 1/10. You remember to line it up straight with the decimals. You could put a 0 here, you can put a 0 here, but just remember that your decimals go straight down. That is not one of our problems. That was in case you're not going to watch me work through the problems. All right, so I'm going to give me a clear screen here, and I'm going to work out number 7. So I'm going to do 2 and 675 thousandths and 2 and 325 thousandths. I'm going to add them together. I know that 5 plus 5 is 10, that 7 plus 2 plus 1 is 10, that 1 plus 6 plus 3 is 10. I'm going to bring my decimals straight down. That's an arrow. And then I'm going to add 1 plus 2 is 5. So then I know my answer is 5. 5 and nothing after it, these zeros, just equals 5. Right? So that is the answer to number 7. I'm going to go down now and do one more quick problem where I'm looking at number 5. Right? So I've got 909 thousandths plus 4 and 900ths. And I can put a 0 here to help keep myself aligned. I'm trying to make that decimal visible. So my decimals go straight down. So that's where my decimal is going to go. 9 plus 0 is 9. 9 plus 0 is 9. 9 plus 0 is 9. 4 plus nothing is 4. So my answer is 4 and 999 thousandths. Sorry, that was a tongue twister. All right, so let's go down now and do a couple, at least one subtraction problem, because I think that you'll be fine with subtraction if you know the addition. All right, so let's look at number let's look at number six. So I'm going to do number 6 up here. My problem is 15 and 9/10 minus 8 and 92 hundredths. And I'm going to subtract. Well, all of a sudden I might be confused because I did line up my decimals, right? But I don't have a number here, and that looks weird. But you remember that if you put a 9 here, a 0 here, it's the exact same problem. This is 9/10 with the 0 and 9/10 without the 0. So now I'm ready to do my problem. 2 cannot be subtracted from 0. So I'm going to regroup. I call it borrowing from the 9 to make the 0 a 10. 10 minus 2 is 8. Now I've got 8 minus 9. Once again, can't do that. So I'm going to make my 8 a 19 because I borrowed or regrouped from my 5, turned it into a 4. And 18 minus 9 is 9. My 4, I can't subtract 8 from 4. So I'm going to make that a 0. And I've got 14 minus 8, and that's 6. So my answer is 6 and 98 hundredths. So let me look down here, and do I see an answer? Yes, 698 hundredths. So that gave me a clue that either I solved that problem correctly, or magically that happens to be the answer to another problem. All right, let's go down now and look at your estimation. So I think she's got all the estimation ones covered, so I can't really work one out for you, but I can sort of guide you in the right direction. So Lori needs at least 12 liters of water to fill a water cooler. She has a container with 4 and 55 hundredths of a liter of water, a container with 3 and 25 hundredths liters of water, and a container with 4 and 85 hundredths liters of water. Does she have enough water? Just use your estimation to decide. So if I'm going to estimate, I'm going to first write out my problems because I do better when I can look at them. I have 3 and 25 hundredths liters, 4 and 55 hundredths liters, and 4 and 85 hundredths liters. I did not do that in order, sorry. And so I want to estimate whether or not I have 12. So for me, I'm going to estimate, because 12 is a whole number, I'm going to estimate to a whole number. So what I'm going to do is say this is where I want to estimate to. So this is the number I need to look at. 2 is less than 5. It's 1 through 4. So this 3 is going to stay the same. So I'm just going to leave that out. 5 is 5 or greater. So I'm going to raise this 4 to a 5. So this is now a 5 without any decimals. 8 again is above 5. And so I'm going to cross this out and raise this to a 5 and cross this out. So now if I look, I have 3 whole numbers. I have a 5, another 5, which is 10, and that's 13. So my estimate is that I have 13 liters of water. Does that mean that I have at least 12? You decide. Then, does she have enough water to fill her container? Now, I'm not going to do the rest of these for you or with you. I think you've got it. But as always, you know your teachers are available from 9 to 1 to help you. You can send us messages through Google Chat, you can email us, you can have your parent or somebody dojo us, or whatever other ways that your teachers have set up. I know Miss Wheeler has 11 o'clock Google Hangouts. All right, Y'all take care, and I hope to see you soon.